Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the best place to get motivated for living your true purpose by being raw and real. And don't forget to smash up the like button if you like this video. And subscribe to the YouTube channel to always get the latest of updates and the newest of videos. Enjoy. I've had a very shitty life on one side and I had a very beautiful life on one side. What are the shitty things? Those are the things that I really needed to look into. I've been growing up thinking by myself that, hey, you know what? Everybody is okay, I'm not okay. That had to do with how I viewed myself physically. I always thought that, you know what, I'm not good physically. For me, there were moments that I was completely out of purpose. You know, growing up in a family, I'm from a Hindustani background, born in Suriname, and where status is a very important thing. And for parents, all the parents want their children to achieve something in society. And something that's very common in our family and is that you become either a lawyer or, for instance, a doctor. Well, I didn't become one of them. And what happened to me is I always enjoyed doing things that were out of the ordinary, out of the box. But I was doing it so much that, of course, I neglected school. And that had a major impact on my parents. I always was told that, you know what, Ajay, he can learn good, but he's just not doing it. And that, of course, had several reasons. As I told, we all go through ups and downs. But I started to focus more on these things. And then at one point in time, I was hitting 18 or 19-year-old. And I got my MAVO diploma, for those of you who know, got that. And then I just dropped out of school. And at 19-year-old, I found myself at one point, I don't know if you know it, if you're looking at this, I found myself lying in the bed, waking up, not having to go to school, which really was a big thing for my parents as their oldest. I'm the oldest of four, I have two sisters and a brother. And I was just lying in the bed and I had my own TV in the room, clicked on the TV and I looked at As the World Turns. I don't know if you know Lucinda Walsh. I looked at Lucinda Walsh in the morning and in the middle of the night because those were the two anchor points. And in the beginning you feel good, you feel free. But then you start to see when you start to apply for jobs, because I thought I'm good, I'm intelligent, and I have something to offer, but I was not hired. And then I had to go through these jobs that were really not nice. I had to work in Ahold, it was called. It was like the warehouse of Albert Heijn. And then you have to pick orders and have to do day in, day out, day in. And oh my God, is this my life? I saw people at that time of 35, 40 years old and doing that already 10 years. I thought, I cannot do this all the time. And then it really started me thinking. And then I applied for better jobs, but it just was not getting through. And then I started feeling really not well, really not good about myself, getting depressed. I know that at one point I was just, my light moments at that time were the evenings when my friends came out, well, the afternoons, my friends came out of school, we started playing football. And in the evening, at 20 years old, we went to the pub. We went to the kroeg in Dutch. And then we drank and we watched football, where I had a really good time, but it was those were my moments of happiness. And that they became really few, and I became really shallow. I was there, I was the man. I portrayed myself, and cocky behavior, but inside feeling more and more fragile and more less of a good person, and just my self-worth came completely down. And I found myself sometimes crying in the bed, like, you know what, everybody thinks that I'm not, I'm really not. And then I started to also talk negative to myself on the inside. And that was a really painful period for me, which I had to go through. And then at my 20th, I discovered something else, and then I just went completely loose. I just started going to house parties, I was already smoking and drinking a lot, but then ecstasy pills and smoking cocaine, snoring cocaine, sometimes occasionally speed, all these things, and that it continued this time for approximately, I think, 3 to 4 years, from 20 till 24, 23, something like this, in this period. And then I had good times also. I had a really good time in those times, but I also, because it was a lot, I told you already, I went to extremes. It was weekend in the beginning, but from the weekend, from the Friday and the Saturday, it also went a little bit to the Sunday, and then adding also the Thursday, and then Sunday also the Tuesday. And it was just a part of my life that was growing, growing, growing. And I was just, at one point I was in self-destruction mode. Self-destruction. It didn't start off like that, but at one point I was in self-destruction mode and feeling paranoia and really lousy. I can remember that I was sitting in a discotheque at one point in time, and I was just sitting there, and this friend of mine was sitting there, and I was popping, I think, 10 pills a night, and the 10th pill ecstasy pill didn't want to go in, and my body just wanted to puke it out, but I wanted to get it in, so it was puking out, not with vomit, but just like this. It came out, and I put it back in, put it back in, and eventually I won. It went in, but it never, of course, with anything in life, it never gave me the satisfaction or the kick or the thing that it was in the beginning. The same thing with gambling. I did a lot of these things, gambled a lot. I've hurt my mother a lot by stealing money from her, and then telling her, no, it's not there. And all these things, went through a lot of shitty things, did a lot of hurt to my parents in those first teenage years. But I had to go through that. I had to go through that. Somehow it was part of my life, and I needed to heal a lot of things, have all those experiences also. Sometimes I wondered, later on also in my life, it could have gone so wrong. Could have gone so wrong. But still, I also, when I look back, connecting the dots afterwards, is that if I look back, there was some guiding force around me. Call it an angel, call it angels, call it energy, God, universal power. But I am here for something bigger. With those experiences, I've been able to help a lot of people, a lot of youths. I believe that a lot of people have gone through ups and downs in their lives. Everybody has got that turmoil. Everybody has some kind of a cross that they are hanging on to. I've been teaching for 20 years. I'm teaching in abroad, in Croatia, in France, in Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands, of course, Germany, India. And what I've seen is everybody's got secrets. Even the people that I don't have any secrets. They have secrets. Maybe they're not even aware of the secret. But how is it possible that a lot of people are stuck in the same kind of pattern, same kind of choices, same kind of decisions, and then getting same kind of results? I think a lot of us know, hey, you know what? If you do the same things again and again and again and again, and you expect different results, that's close to insanity. But everybody knows that that's true, or a lot of people know that that's true, but how come that we are making the same choices each and every day? Where does it reside from? And what I found out in my life, and what I've seen with many people, is that it's most of the time related to the past. Most of the time it's related to the past, something that happened to us. Maybe very minor for you, maybe very major for me. But vice versa, it can be that whatever is major for you can be minor for me. So to give you an example, if somebody is beaten up by his father or mother in the past and still living a traumatized life and being a victim of the past, means that maybe she is getting again and again in abusive relationships because something there is not healed. So everybody has got something, and this inner work I feel, is looking at the situation, being able to let go, being able to just see it as it is. And most of the time there are emotional, it's charged emotionally. And what do I mean with that is that sometimes we come into a situation, it's completely different, but we view it through the spectacles of the past. And by that, the reaction is either fight or flight. And when we go into the fight or flight, again and again, we are not in harmony. We don't accept. And we don't accept who's at loss. The person in question is at loss. And to be able to let go of those inner things, those inner inhibitions, those convictions that are there, those limited beliefs which are there, when you let go of them, one can feel free again. And when you feel free, you're opening up again on the inside, being able to look at certain situations differently, being able to make different choices. Whether it's business related, relationship related, money also. A lot of people think money is something that's not good in the world. It's very neutral, but people have opinions about it. How come people who, there's a statistic, how come that people who win a lottery, 1 million euros, within 1 year they are broke again? How come? There's money mindset, habits around money. It's again and again, it's everywhere. So making different choices. Again, it's related to this 97% of the people are doing something in a way, are not happy, are not all the time miserable, but are going through those ups and downs. The other 3% also go through the ups and downs, but they view it differently. They experience it differently. They look at it differently. And everybody can do it. You can do it, I can do it, everybody can do it. But the way is to look inside, to start looking inside, to be compassionate, to be able to forgive yourself, forgive others. So important. But how to forgive, how to let go. That I was wondering, like, how can I let go? How do I do that? I didn't know. I was angry. I was like, oh my God, what is this? Why did this happen to me? It's also part of the process. It's part of the process. So if you're angry, it's fine. But don't stay angry your whole life. Makes no sense. Who's at loss at that time? So I was going through these situations myself. Of course, I have a very. I went through many ups and downs in my life. I didn't know how to deal with it, and then I found ways to deal with it. And again, when I found ways to deal with it, it had to do with me following my intuition. Following my intuition that brought me somebody, something, an advertisement, somebody that says something to me. Sometimes it is something that comes on the television. Sometimes it's a song on the radio, a movie that you watch and some clip just clicks with you, like wow. You know, it's everywhere. The signs are everywhere. It's all there. We're all protected. We're all connected. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to always get the latest of updates and the newest of videos.